Hey everybody, welcome back to So You Want to Live in Bahia. Today I'm interviewing John.
Hello everybody.
So John, as you can tell, is an American and he bought an apartment here, but what's interesting is that he got financing and that's very hard to do, and so I thought he can explain to us how he did it.
This is very hard, but it's not impossible.
Yeah.
It's a long process, but it can get accomplished.
So you were able to accomplish it because you have residency, correct?
That is correct. I have a 10-year residence visa, which I just re-up for another 10 years. That's the number one thing you need. And you need a CPF, and you need a bank account.
And do they check your credit rating in the U.S.?
They basically want to know what is your income, your proof of income coming every month. And the bank, the manager said it would be great if I was able to pay my rent every month to my Brazil bank account.
Oh, yeah.
Because that established credit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really good point he brought up, is that you want to have movement in your bank account every month, showing that you're paying bills, that you have money coming in and it's going out to pay bills, you're paying everything on time. You create that sort of credit in your bank account and then you hit up your bank for a bank loan. And you had to get all your paperwork translated?
I had to get my proof of income translated, residence cards, bank statements to show that the funds are coming into my U.S. bank account.
And did you have to have that apostilled? No. Okay, because this is something that, because you did this how long ago? A year or two ago?
It's been about 3 years.
3 years, okay. Because nowadays, instead of just getting your document translated, you also have to have it apostilled. So the bank might ask for that as well.
The other thing, down payment.
Yeah. And how much was that?
I put down 30%. 30%. And finance the rest.
Okay. And how long did it take you from starting the paperwork till getting to the loan?
Well, the problem with me, because I'm disabled, I had a problem with my signature. So over the years, I've often signed my signature with my mouth. And after so long, the signature is not going to be the same. So what I had to do is get a power attorney for someone to sign the finance papers in the bank.
Got it, yeah. Because you guys, this is actually a big deal here, your signature. Like when you sign it, like if you do a firma hack when you see in the cartório or at the bank, they're gonna always ask that you sign it the same way. If you don't sign it the same way, they won't accept it. They'll think that you're somebody else. And this happens to people who just change their signature over time.
If you rent an apartment, make sure you get the contract notarized.
The cartório, yeah.
Because that is going to be the main signature that you're going to be based on.
Yeah. It used to be that you legally needed to have it notarized at a cartório, and it's just a little added extra protection, in case anything goes south, because it can't be disputed that that's your signature. While you're here, it's always good to have your signature recognized at a cartório. I have my signature recognized at maybe 3 different cartórios because it's not that expensive. So if you're having to sign a document and you're in a different part of town, then you pay the money and you have your signature recognized. And otherwise the process was smooth. Have you done financing in the U.S.? Would you say it was easier or harder here?
Oh, it was definitely more complicated.
Yeah, it was more.
Because we had to pay my apartment near the ocean.
The lademio.
The tax on the property. As far as when you buy property, the government of Brazil want their money.
Yeah.
So you have to file that. You have all this information.
The bank needed all of that.
The bank needed all that information. The apartment needed to be appraised.
And so the bank, did the bank pay for that?
You pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. Was it a real estate agent that did it or an engineer?
No, it was an engineer, I believe. It was an engineer that's affiliated with Bank of Brazil.
Yeah. I think because it doesn't make any sense that an engineer would do these appraisals, because it's not like they're looking at anything structural. But most of the time, like if you want to change the valor venal on your property, they're going to ask for somebody who is registered with CREA, an engineer, to do the appraisal. And I think it's just because, I imagine it's because of conflict of interest, that they think as a real estate agent, I'm going to be in cahoots and we're going to, let's pull one over on them. So,
with this experience, not naming names, but the person that was handling the transaction purchase another property that was helping me. You know, everything went through him. Even the appraisal went through him. And he negotiated the appraisal price with the appraisal.
And you didn't know that?
I knew that, but I did not allow me to talk with the guy. I came in the apartment, he looked around, took pictures, you know, all the bedrooms in the living room and the kitchen. Checked everything. Went downstairs to see all the amenities that the hotel has, and that was it. And the guy, I had to pay the guy.
Do you remember how much that was? Over 1,000 reais.
Oh, it was over 1,000.
Yeah. And how long? It took about a month or two before you got?
I think once I got my signature
figured out.
It was about another 2 months. And there was some problems with the owner. The owner was leaving time.
Okay.
So there was some issues with the owner. It was actually his wife's apartment behind him. And married to her, it was a church. So they would be going out of town, vacation, and I had to wait for them to come back.
Okay.
So those are just the unexpected things that happen in the process. I believe it took me about a good 6 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it probably would have taken less than that.
Right. What would you say, like, if they had been in town and the signature was fine, what do you think it would take, 2 months?
For financing?
Yeah.
Approval, all of the logistics that goes along with the history.
4 months, huh? Okay.
But I think it's worth. I mean, as far as getting the financing, being able to do it, I think it's worth it. If you're gonna do it, go to Bank of Brazil. These people are extremely nice. I would talk to them every day on the phone. I would go to the bank, and they were real nice. They were real cool with me about. I remember when I did transfer the down payment. I had to go back because I could see it on my Bank of Brazil app, but it wasn't into my account yet. I had to sign a letter stating what the funds are for.
Oh, yeah.
Then we would go to the Central Bank of Brazil, I think in Sao Paulo. They had to okay it, and then once they okayed it, they'll fax it back, and then Bank of Brazil here.
You went to an agency that's close by in Ongina, right?
Yeah, up here by the university.
Just in case you're wondering, that's the Ongina beach behind us, and also it's Carnival's coming up, and so I couldn't find parking. It's like the parking lot next to your building is now going to be a camarote because we were like about, my goodness, less than 3 weeks away for Carnival. Yeah, and so it's really starting to come together. The city's starting to look like Carnival. Oh my God, there's so many tourists here right now. I feel like the supermarkets are kind of running out of food. I feel like the town's got more people in it than before, and it makes me, it's wild.
I think the owners in this building, the majority of the owners don't like Carnival.
Yeah. Well, another thing there was a real estate boom here in like the late 60s, early 70s, where people realized they could get rid of their house and make an apartment building. And so a lot of the people, like I imagine in this building and other buildings, are original owners. So they're not young. Maybe in their 20s, they were like pulando na rua, but now they don't care. And so there is this side of it where you have the old vanguard, the old school people who are living here who are just not about Carnival.
This hotel is probably, as far as owners, it's probably 80% older.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because Ongina is kind of famous for having old people because there's so many clinics here, you know? And so it's really easy to get to your appointments because you're just right there.
Clinics, grocery stores, pharmacies, all in one.
Yeah. And shopping Bahia is about a half-hour walking, maybe?
15, 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Something like
Walk,
yeah, maybe 20 minutes. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much. Do you have any other thoughts you wanted to share with people about getting financing?
Well, my overall experience is a learning experience.
Yeah.
And I think this video will definitely help people going forward. I would probably recommend a lawyer.
Okay, yeah.
You know, first time buyer here, at least get somebody to look over the contract. That was the most stressful thing for me.
Okay.
Not knowing if I'm paying something that I don't supposed to be paying.
Right.
And that the previous owner.
Yeah, I understand.
So, and there was no way for me to verify that. I had to pay somebody else.
Yeah.
And what I probably should have done is probably just ask around.
I mean, if you were in any doubt, it's always good. You could, if you don't want to spring for the lawyer, you could talk to another agent. Be like, look, I was told that these are the associated costs that I need to pay. Is this correct? You know, if you're in doubt, or you can try to look online and see if you find articles in English.
And you know, you didn't pass my Instagram or whatever.
All right. Cool. So yeah, if you want to be in touch with him, get in touch with me, and I can send on his details to you. All right. Well, thank you so much, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing if you've had, and I'll see you next time. Beijos.
Beijo.